We do apologize for that. A very good evening to you all. Thank you for watching UBC Television. Welcome to the UBC News Tonight with me, WADULO, Mark Arnold. And without further ado, let's take a look at the first story. To start off, Uganda's Jacob Kiplimo has completed a roller coaster 6-year period during which he won junior gold at the World Cross Country Championship in 2017, silver in the seniors category in 2019, and has now won the gold medal. In 2023 World Cross Country Championship hosted in Bathurst, Australia, Jacob Kiplimo ran a tactical race and only went ahead emphatically in the final lap of 5. Along the way, he reduced Ethiopian Berhu Aregui to the silver medal, and his compatriot Joshua Cheptegei, who started as reigning champion, finished in the bronze medal position. The women's senior race was won by Kenya's Beatrice Chebet in dramatic after Ethiopia's Gidey, who had the finish line in sight, collapsed with less than 15 meters. The Ugandans that raced performed pretty well, with Stella Chesang, Doreen Chesang, Rispa Cherop, and Marceline Chelangat finishing 10th, 11th, 16th and 32nd. In the juniors men race, Uganda's Dan Kibet finished 4th, with Kenneth Kiprop and Hosea Chemtai completing 6th and 11th respectively in the race won by Kenya's Ismail Kipruki. The women's junior race was won by Ethiopia's Senyayat Getachui, and Kenya won the mixed relay.
Joshua Cheptegei, the reigning champ, he'll finish back onto the podium.
Now, states within the East African Community region will now adopt tax administration systems to a harmonized tax policy program. Digital Services Tax, which has been in Kenya only, is among the 18 resolutions adopted and shall be applied in the remaining ESC countries. Let's have a look.
East African Revenue Authority Commissioners General Meeting has resolved to adopt 18 resolutions presented during a 2-day meeting for Commissioner Generals from 7 East African states to help in harnessing domestic tax revenues within the region. The committee agreed to adopt tax administration systems to harmonize tax policy programs within the East African states, support one another in cross-border recovery of taxes.
The first resolution was on having a common tax administration system and a common data governance policy across the region. This is for the obvious reason that technology is very expensive, but also this technology should be domesticated and managed efficiently. So we shared how every country is running its tax administration system, and we agreed that going forward we should work together to find the most suitable solutions for tax management, not only for today but even for the future. And we have tasked our team of experts, the commissioners in charge of this area of IT and the IT subcommittee of this forum, to work hard and get back to us within 1 month's time on how we shall proceed together on this front.
All East African states will now adopt a uniform digital service tax that has only been in Kenya. And this would mean that business activities done on internet will have to pay a tax. But for this to be realized, member states will submit the proposal to responsible ministries in respective governments for seconding and enacted into law through the Act of Parliament.
The Kenya Revenue Authority shared with us the experience in what they've been able to achieve by collecting digital services tax at a rate of 1.5. And after listening to the experience, we agreed that when we go back, we make recommendations to our respective governments, our heads of state, on enhancing and improving the tax rate for digital services, and our recommendation will be 5%, so that it is comparable to the other taxes that we charge the resident businesses within our countries.
Insecurity along borders and other challenges relating to smuggling shall also be tackled through drone surveillance, an increase on deployment of security operatives to monetize porous borders to minimize smuggling.
So we are deploying drones to help us in that kind of exercise. In Kenya, we have already started procuring those drones, very highly technical drones that will help us surveil those expansive borders and have what we call pointed interventions. We are also going to enhance the deployment of our staff that we have at the borders to ensure we have adequate staff at the borders. Of course, you are aware we have deployed scanners to ensure that we can see whatever is coming in and going out.
The government of South Sudan has put the policies in place to secure the borders. And I think these policies, always when there is an incident at the border, South Sudan and Kenya and Uganda, immediately the inspectors of police of the two countries will contact themselves and they will meet.
The secretariat from the respective revenue bodies within the East African region have now been tasked to work on expedition on how the resolutions shall be implemented. The 51st East African Revenue Authority Commissioner General's meeting will be held in August this year to reflect on performance and implementation of the resolutions. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Furthermore, Karamojong are urged to utilize the development project in Karamoja sub-region to improve their livelihoods. This was during a commissioning of Nadunget Livestock and Commodity Market, which was funded by US aid and implemented by Mercy Cause. The function was officiated by the State Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Agnes Nandutu, attended by USAID Mission Richard Director Nelson, Richard Nelson, and officials from Mercy Cause. Let's take a look.
Karamoja sub-region is mostly an agro-pastoral area, contributing over 27% of the cattle on the market in the country. The sub-region accounts for over 39% of the national cow milk production, 28% of the national goat milk, and 27% of the total sheep herd. Karamoja sub-region has over 20 recognized cattle markets across the 9 districts of Karamoja. In 2019, 9 markets of Karamoja made 20 billion shillings in the livestock trade transaction. It is from this background that Mercy Corps, under their project Apollo, refurbished Nadunget Livestock and Commodity Market in Moroto district. Dr. Maureen Kamsime, the program's manager, Mercy Corps Apollo project, explains about the program.
We have invested over $230,000. It's funded by the United States Agency for Development. Digital weighing scale, chicken pen, as well as a waiting shed, a revenue office, and a veterinary office that is also fitted with a drug shop. And the investment costs us around $230,000.
Mercy Corps Country Director Edward Siminyu urged Karamojongs to utilize the market to improve on their incomes.
Worked so hard to ensure that we can support your resilience and improve on it and make sure that you can have more cattle and therefore more income in your pockets to support your families and to support yourselves.
USAID Uganda Mission Director Richard Nelson is optimistic that revenue collection will increase as the market expands. Nelson adds that the newly constructed market will expand a regional livestock trade.
At this market already total over 700 million shillings. These transactions generate a significant amount of revenue for the government of Uganda and for the local governments.
The State Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Agnes Nandutu, says the market has opened opportunities to individuals, communities and private sector actors to trade.
With the potential we have in culture here in Karamoja, the potential in tourism, the potential in minerals, if there was no insecurity in Karamoja, everybody would be wanting to come to Karamoja. So it is now pertinent upon us, the people of Karamoja, to safeguard our region and get rid of insecurity.
Nandutu urged Karamojongs to add value to their livestock products to get more money.
And get processing plants for the meat. The RDC said the meat here is organic. And you know how expensive organic products are at the international market. So if we added value to our milk, if we added value to our livestock, we would get billions and billions of dollars into Karamoja as a region and Uganda as a whole.
Traders as far as Kampala, South Sudan and Kenya trade in this market, but traders decry marketed rates and high revenues as the major challenges.
The receipt here to this market now, if you sell now, a cow like 500, and yet I am getting a profit of 5,000. I get that this is going to take that profit. That's my challenge.
Nadunget Livestock Market was constructed under Resilience Challenge Fund aimed at increasing public and private investment in animal health systems to strengthening productive assets for improved resilience in Karamoja. According to Moroto District Local Government, 400 heads of cattle, 500 goats and 300 sheep are presented by the traders on the market day at Nadunget Livestock Market, and over 600 million shillings is generated from the revenue per month. Joseph Oko and Maureen Iga.
Furthermore, the National Resistance Movement camp in Serere district is working towards ensuring harmony in the party ahead of the by-election slated for Thursday, 23rd February 2023 to avoid a replica of the past. Now, this follows reports and claims that some party leaders have chosen to go against the party position of supporting NRM's candidate in Serere County parliamentary by-elections. Philip Okor and decided to support independence. Let's take a look at that story.
Immediately after the demise of Honorable Kabe, there were opinions that people held.
I can give you an example of the deputy speaker who made pronouncements.
And up to date, that pronouncement seems to be one of the ghosts hunting the success of the NRM's flag bearer campaign trail in Serere County.
There was a discussion in terms of the flag itself, which was resolved. And so, as we speak now, those divisions are in our past.
Yes, it is true. Some of my members have decided not to toe that line. One reason is that they had a lot of allegiance to the late, and they had a lot of attachment and a lot of working terms.
Retired Captain John Emily Otekat is a senior politician in the region, and this is what he shares with us about the internal party bickerings within the NRM.
Now, when the late Okabe died, for them they continued supporting the independent candidate, who happens to be Omoding Emmanuel Okabe.
He notes that though party leaders like Alhaji Moses Chigongo have tried to intervene in the matter, little has so far been achieved.
But the vice chairperson also told them that there will be another meeting to hear what they are saying. But I don't know when the vice chairperson, Alhaji Chigongo, will convene that meeting.
According to Otekat and others, as if the party is not learning from the past mistakes.
The current chairman, LC5, Honorable Chola, of course, he's in opposition. But because there was a big division within the house of NRM, he was able to sneak through because the NRMs divided their votes. Now, when the NRM votes were divided, then the opposition just came through.
Alhaji Moses Chigongo, who is the national vice chairperson of NRM, besides the engagement that the NRM secretariat had done through the directors, also came and met a group of leaders from Serere County. And those issues were resolved.
Our position is the secretariat's position, that we have the flag bearer and we have to toe by his lines.
Serere district is a home to the State Minister for Fisheries, Helen Adoa, who also has the mandate of woman member of parliament. However, her physical absence from the party's campaign trail is what many looks at as betrayal.
The internal conflicts has brought a lot of challenge on the ground. What I know, it may also cause to have more opposition in the district.
We expected that she would have by now joined the trail, the campaign trail. And indeed, as it has been the norm in all the other by-elections, the district woman member of parliament leads the team.
But how about the party vice chairperson Eastern Region, retired Captain Mike Mukula?
They are just fighting for a space show that I'm bigger than the other one. That's what I'm seeing in the Iteso region here.
As President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is expected to campaign in the district on 21st February 2023, besides soliciting for votes, it is anticipated that his efforts in uniting the party structures will be key turning point for the party.
Our president is the father of the nation. I know he will call the three candidates. Remember, we have a flag bearer and two other independents. I know our father, the father of the nation, we will call them on the round table.
Even my slogan says, I'm Morikikina, Apollo, and Abar. I'm Morikikina is unity. So there is strength in unity.
It should be recorded that in the 2021 general elections, the late Member of Parliament Patrick Okabe secured victory against the NRM flag bearer, then Philip Owicho, and it is on this same background that the party is likely to face the same setback, which seems to be arising from lack of internal consensus. Robert Nyango, UBC News, Saturday.
A South Korean philanthropist, Kim Yoon, has launched a program to routinely share a meal with disadvantaged children in slum areas as a way of inculcating in them a culture of sharing. Now, Kim Yoon says that this is the best way of spreading God's love among children, thereby causing the change on their social behavior for good. Let's have a look. The old adage that sharing is caring is a pure definition of what Kim Yoon, a South Korean philanthropist, is doing to disadvantaged children in Kampala suburbs. In addition to her diplomatic assignments in Uganda, Kim Yoon has resorted to routinely share a meal with disadvantaged children in slum areas as a sign of love.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. And then South Korea and Uganda, we are friends. And then South Korea also loves you.
To pioneer her program, Kim Yoon was on Saturday morning in the areas of Kosovo Lunguja in Lubaga Division, where she distributed breakfast to over 100 children.
I want to share in the Jesus love. And then South Korea also loves the Uganda people. And I want to share in this love.
Kim Yoon has also challenged the general public, especially the haves, to frequently share their little with the have-nots.
Nebaza nnyo abakole okubanga batuwa n'obugabirizi era abantu ba mukama nnyo. Nebaza President Museveni okubanga naye abaagala ate nange abakole mbagadde nnyo singa kyandibadde kisoboka ne kale ne bajja mu Uganda.
Tweyanzeege olw'abannaffe abavudde mu South Korea abazze okutuwa ku buyambi n'okulabirira ku baana baffe. Tweyanzeege temujjangaawo.
And that act of humanitarian takes us to a business break. Stay tuned.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that a second round of the house-to-house polio immunization campaign will take place from Friday 17th February to Monday 20th February 2023 in all divisions of Kampala. During this house-to-house polio immunization campaign, health workers will come to your homes, workplaces, schools, daycare centers, places of worship, and other community gatherings and immunize all your children below 5 years of age. Please cooperate with the health workers and give them access to your homes and schools to vaccinate all children below 5 years of age against polio. It is important to note that this house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents and guardians, please ensure that all your children below 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the second round of the polio immunization campaign from Friday 17th of February to Monday 20th of February 2023 in all divisions of Kampala. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization and partners.
Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda from Airtel. Now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes, 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. With Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
This is our family's pride.
This is my friend.
This is the future of our nation.
She is the future of Uganda, and the policies I enact today will protect her from teenage pregnancy.
She is the hope of our community, and I will talk to others about how we must protect her.
She is our family's pride, and I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Their support meant so much to me. I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
Let me just send.
Yes.
Oh. Accessing your contacts the old way.
Yeah.
Accessing your contacts with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to access your favorite contact.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nyala Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. Now, many programs have been supporting the rapid and sustainable recovery of conflict-affected populations in the north and eastern Uganda. One of the beneficiaries is Aba Commercial Farmers Cooperative Society Limited, which is currently equipped with a business hub and processing plant for rice and maize storage and a capacity of 700 metric tons of grain. The cooperators of Aba Cooperative were hosting their key partner, the chairperson of Sasakawa Africa Association, Professor Ruth Onyango. Let's have a look.
Man of the Aba Commercial Farmers Cooperative Society Limited appreciated the contribution of non-state actors like Sasakawa Africa Association in empowering the rural population towards development.
And actually we are very grateful of all these. We also had co-implementers in that project. We have so many. But in this instance, I want to talk more about Sasakawa, because Sasakawa has taken the most important part of it, that is production, where we are aimed at producing qualitative, quantitative produce, where we are able also to process or add value to, so as we make good money.
The visiting chairperson of the Sasakawa Board of Directors, Professor Ruth Onyango, is impressed with the way smallholders at Aba Commercial Farmers Cooperative are adopting to technologies, especially the post-harvest technologies.
We didn't have aflatoxin at that time. No, we didn't. Because we had our own traditional way, we ate good food. This issue of cancer is just late, it's coming now. Because the food we are eating is not good. So the post-harvest part is that you harvest and you manage well what you have harvested.
Professor Ruth Onyango toured different establishments constructed under Development Initiative for Northern Uganda and encouraged the cooperatives to put them to proper use.
Make sure when I come back here next, they are dancing and flying because they have money in their pockets and they have money in the bank, isn't it? Yeah. You can't have machinery sitting there. Yeah, machinery sitting there is useless.
The country director of Sasakawa Africa Association, David Wozemba Wetaka, says the journey to work with the farmers in Oyam has not been easy.
Also will acknowledge that this partnership with this association, Abe Farmers Association, has been a turning point for Sasakawa in this area. You know, it has been our entry point in this area to ensure that working with the farmer continues. That journey that we have started as Sasakawa, to make sure that we change the way farmers, you know, do things at the farm level. Production is critical for the farmer. How do we ensure that even before you get to the market, you know what you can do with your farm?
Aba Cooperative Society began in 2015 with a mission of producing, processing and making different crops.
We are able to acquire a machine for processing because that was our main objective of producing, processing and marketing.
Northern Uganda suffered a series of calamities, including the over 2 decades Konye-led insurgency, cattle thefts by the Karamoja and famine as a result of climate change. Mary Namkose, Douglas Setumba, UBC News.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
And now in the world of sports, the Uganda Badminton Federation is set to host the 2023 Uganda International Badminton Challenge from 22nd to 26th of February 2023 at the Lugogo Indoor Stadium. Now, in light of that, Bank of Baroda, Uganda has boosted the federation's preparation with financial support of 5 million shillings. This announcement was made this morning at the Bank of Baroda headquarters here in Kampala.
As the Uganda International Badminton Challenge draws near, Bank of Baroda Uganda has committed to a 5 million Uganda shilling sponsorship to support the Uganda Badminton Association in the different aspects of the event. The tournament, that is one of the avenues for accumulating points for qualifications to the Olympics 2024, has attracted top participants from 49 countries from across the world.
So it is a big tournament, and we have got players from all the continents. That is Asia, Europe, Pan America, and of course ours here. So having 49 countries coming here, having over 200 foreign players coming in the country, I think it is a huge international tournament. And of course, as you know, players are looking at getting points for Paris 2024. And of course, World Championships, so they want to get them.
And our board has decided to support UBA for this program, for this championship. I think this is one of the biggest championship UBA is organizing, and we also feel proud. We are honored to be a partner of UBA.
We are going to see the best of badminton in Africa. It's happening in Uganda. This is a big tournament. It's an international challenge. It comes with a lot of points. And being that we are in the Olympic qualifying year, we're going to see so many numbers coming in because they really need these points. They need them for the Olympics. They need them for World Championship.
All game categories, singles men, singles women, doubles men, doubles women, and mixed category will be played in a knockout format. Uganda has entered over 50 participants in this event, but has main focus on a few names like Brian Kasire, Hasna Kwobugabe, and others. Foreign participants will start arriving from the 20th of February 2023. The tournament will commence on the 22nd of February 2023 at the Lugogo Indoor Stadium. Grace Joyce Kemigisa, UBC News.
Well, it's exactly 8:30, and that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock bulletin. My name is WADULO Mark Arnold. Up next is the weekly business roundup with Dennis Sigor.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.